Yo, like the thing with the string. It's your boy Chep Woods. All right, man. I was at the crib doing what I do, editing. Book me if you in Chicago. And I came across a video I want to check out with y'all. Ruining people's lives by giving them a house. Crazy work. All right, it's by Vice TV. Let's check it out.
Cassandra, why don't you say move that bus?
Bus driver, move that bus!
Cassandra sound like Granny.
There was this huge house in front of us, and I'm just like, wow. Like, I think you could maybe see that on my face. I was like,
seeing the house was unbelievable. In every majestic way you can see a house. I will never, ever, ever, till the day I die, ever forget that feeling.
The shock and awe continues when they go inside.
Oh my God, baby, look! Oh my God, look at this!
I've never seen a TV that big. Just things you see on Celebrity's House, on MTV Cribs.
Don't take anything now.
Man, I used to watch this back in the day. Well, I seen a few of the episodes, and it definitely come off like Cribs. Like, I wasn't really thinking about how real or fake it is or how lives could be ruined, but definitely remember this, Pimp My Ride, you know what I'm saying? Like, let's see how they come.
I would say the house, like, more than 4 times the size it was. Yeah, it was huge.
It was overwhelming. It's like, oh my gosh. It was, I guess you could say, surreal.
Now, nobody's seen it. Yeah, it was huge.
It was overwhelming. It's like, oh my gosh. It was, I guess you could say, surreal.
Now, nobody...
Yo, like, these look like average everyday people. Like, you taking them from their crib and you putting them in like a mansion or a mini mansion. Like, what do you expect? I could definitely see how their lives get ruined though. Like, they monthly expenses is gonna change dramatically. You know what I'm saying? Like, then the mortgage gonna go up tremendously. Like, I mean, they excited now, right? Like, it's all fun and games for the cameras, but they getting over on y'all at y'all expense. You know what I'm saying?
Seen it until now. You're gonna be the first. Check out your new bedroom.
Got the little music.
I felt like a princess in a huge mansion. I remember going through it. It was so big that it was like shocking.
It was a mansion. It was huge. It was really huge. I had never seen a home like that size. I don't think ever in person.
On behalf of Taylor Woodrow, we're pleased to let you know that we're going to be taking care of the mortgage as well. The home is net.
Every time I walked away,
They gonna cover the mortgage. Okay, that's a step, but hey, what are we doing? Their lives still got ruined. It obviously wasn't enough.
confident that these families really were in a better place, that they were truly appreciative, and it was just, nothing but, like we had done the right thing.
With 6 bedrooms.
Confident, don't think.
Run that back. What she just say?
On behalf of Taylor Woodrow, we're pleased to let you know that we're going to be taking care of the mortgage as well. The home is net.
Every time I walked away, I felt confident that these families really were in a better place, that they were truly appreciative, and it was just, nothing but, like we had done the right thing.
Cap, shorty. Yeah, obviously they was appreciative. They was ignorant to what was to come, but you ain't do the right thing. That's like them TikToks or them little YouTube shorts where like you see a homeless man who obviously ain't one of them dudes who used to be up and just fell on bad times, like dude, dirty, and then somebody give him 10 grand, 10 grand. Like, what you think he finna do with this money? He don't got the financial literacy he need. And not to compare these people to a homeless person, but you leveling them up to the point where they're not gonna be able to maintain. It's one thing to get a mansion. Can you keep a mansion? Like, what are we doing, shorty? You just really sat up here with a straight face and said we really felt like we were doing the right thing. You was doing this for television, shorty. Quit capping. Like, who you think you fooling? What are we doing?
6 bedrooms, a state-of-the-art kitchen, and a movie theater, it's almost triple the size of their old home. And it all makes for great TV.
Our contractor ended up building basically the biggest house we've ever seen.
But while the house may have changed dramatically in 7 days, the family's dire circumstances remain the same.
We didn't ask that they completely remodel our house and give us this huge mansion.
It was an expensive house.
You got on Extreme Makeover Home Edition. I don't know if this was like season 1 or the first time or whatever, but like, it's Extreme Makeover. It ain't makeover, it's Extreme Makeover. What are we doing? What? Well, you was a shorty, but you grown now. So what are you talking about? Like,
First electric bill was like $2,200, which was way more than our mortgage ever was. And I about died. I was doing everything on my end to try to get out from underneath these horrendous bills.
My mom was emotionally distressed about all of that, the bills and like how we were gonna make it month to month. We had to shut down half of our house because, if the electric bill is too high, what do you do?
I could imagine their electric bill would probably triple, especially if these families were given pools or jacuzzis or specialty items, that maybe they weren't expecting that.
The light bulb for
you could imagine that they bills would triple or double, and maybe they weren't expecting that. But you could imagine it, but you felt like you was doing the right thing. What are we doing? Like, who got this lady to sit down on camera and say this? Like the American people are not dumb. Like, and if you think we this stupid, like, what are we doing? Like, then they put the little somber music behind it. Come on, Vice.
movie theater was $900 alone. How is that even possible?
And we got you guys computers for everyone in the house.
Items, that maybe they weren't expecting that.
The light bulb for the movie theater was $900 alone. How is that even possible?
And we got you guys computers for everyone in the house.
Bills aren't the only problem. The very expensive contents of their home have also been televised nationwide, and it makes them a target.
There was times when our power was cut off and people tried to raid the house. I don't know if they thought we had money. I don't know if they just wanted everything in the house because they saw what was inside of it.
People think we are rich. We've had people steal from us. People believe we have hidden money somewhere.
There was
I ain't gonna lie to you, I wasn't expecting that though. Yeah, I mean, like, y'all got y'all crib made over on TV, so the neighbors and everybody seen that, plus the little hoodlums that's up to no good, plus the rest of the world, a couple million viewers or 100,000 viewers. Like, what are we doing? I ain't even think about that. Like, they lucky everybody made it out okay. This giving Pop Smoke. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo.
time that we were locking the doors, and as I go up to one of the doors, there's a man standing there with a hammer. And I just start screaming, like, this isn't real life. Is this serious? I cannot tell you how many times the police were called for break-ins and people trying to get in. It was traumatic for me.
I was trying to sell anything to just pay the electric bill. So I ended up getting a loan. We had a limit of $200,000 and we upped it to more. It was getting more stressful.
Despite getting their house and everything inside it for free, the Oakvasts take out over $400,000 in loans just to keep it running. But they're in too deep.
Of course I wanted to keep the house.
That's your mortgage.
I wanted to try every effort to do that.
Eventually, the house sells for $540,000. Minus the multiple loans taken out, there's not much left to start over.
I think I walked out with $8,000 of that house. I had to just basically say, that was a nice life. We took an offer, and I just let it go.
It was sad. I was sad. I was sad because I saw the toll that was taken on my mom and my family.
Heartbreak for a Michigan family.
They aren't alone.
A Texas family which received an extreme makeover after Hurricane Ike, now forced to sell the home at a big discount because they couldn't pay the taxes.
It seemed on the surface like this wonderful, altruistic experience being generously offered by ABC.
Her dream home has become a nightmare.
We've been evicted.
ABC's viewers, of course, never got to see any follow-ups about the homes that were foreclosed upon after Extreme Makeover left.
The Vardens feel very fortunate. They know that they are not the only ones out there in a situation like this.
Many of these homes had such exorbitant increased tax rates that the families couldn't pay them, and it added to their financial burden.
The house has been up for sale for almost a year without any luck.
I mean, the biggest thing was having to tell my kids that I lost their house.
The Extreme Makeover home sits on the market, a strange twist to what was supposed to be a dream come true.
Sometimes there are things that happen to people in life as a one-off event, and then sometimes there are things that continue to happen, problems that continue to arise. And, you know, we can't fix that kind of thing. You know, at some point the show must go on.
The show does go on, making $500 million.
Sometimes there are things that happen to people in life as a one-off event, and then sometimes there are things that continue to happen, problems that continue to arise. And, you know, we can't fix that kind of thing. You know, at some point the show must go on.
What? Yo, get her out of here. What are we doing? Like, sometimes in life, things happen as a one-off event. No, lady, you ever heard of a snowball effect? One thing leads to another. Now you robbing Peter to pay Paul. Like, you might not understand that coming from the privileged lifestyle you come from, but what are we doing? Get her out of here, shorty. And then you see her with the, I mean, like, how nonchalant, how insensitive. The show must go on. The show must go on from jump. The show wasn't never gonna stop, shorty. Like, what are we doing?
The show does go on, making $500 million in ad revenue over the first 2 seasons alone. For ABC, it's the gift that keeps on giving.
So y'all went out and made $500 in ad revenue. Then could have minus expenses. You at what, 400? Then could have hit all of the families whose lives you ruined with $1 million or $5 million. Then what you at, like 300, 200? But that ain't enough. What are we doing, America? What are we doing, capitalism? Like everybody could have still came out on top. But for what? We don't have to, right? What are we doing? Like,
they are getting rich.
Furthermore, ABC, which is owned by Disney, they been slimy and getting down on people like this. Furthermore, shows how slimy they is, and it's not gonna matter because the next Extreme Makeover Home Edition, they gonna run it up on ad revenue because they gonna get the views. What are we doing here? For real.
Off of your story. If you will actually have your life and your family's financial position negatively impacted over the long term because of the 1 week they spent with you, from a corporate ethics point of view, it is their responsibility.
I don't think they understand the repercussions of what they were doing. And I think they should take responsibility for that.
Absolutely.
We suffered great financial strain. We suffered great issues because of this. And it's not just 7 days of a building of a house. Those 7 days have impacted our life for the rest of our life.
And the thing is, I didn't know about the ruining of their lives. So if they was to re-up and do it again, people will sign up. Because not everybody's seen this Vice documentary. And not everybody know how slimy they is. Right? Like, this is definitely a perfect example of, you know, don't believe everything you see on TV. Right? Like, everything that glitter ain't gold. You know what I'm saying? So comment below what y'all think. Like, y'all think that ABC bogus and they need to take responsibility, or y'all think like them people signed up for what they signed up for? And you know, sometimes in life we go through things, and sometimes in life other stuff happen and all that. You know what I'm saying? Like, what are we doing? Let me know what we doing in the comments below. Chep!